Hi guys, V here from VTO Gaming. Today we're going to start Dark Souls 2. I've played through a few hours of this just to get used to the changes in mechanics, but a lot of this is going to be first look footage. I don't intend to edit much of it out unless we have to grind levels or gear upgrades. I've skipped the opening cinematic as it's just minutes and minutes of CGI. And you spawn here. New character, no name, no gear. In this series we're going to be playing offline, so we don't have to deal with all of the spam messages on the floor. We're going to opt out of taking co-op help. We want to be able to do every boss by ourselves and learn the mechanics of each of the different bosses we come across. And it means we don't have to deal with invaders. We may explore the PvP aspects later on, but for the purposes of this playthrough we're just going to explore what the new game has to offer. Found a couple of the early starting items. There's this, a rusted coin. It increases your drop rate for 6 minutes. Noticed a couple of starting mobs here. We don't have anything to take them on with, so we'll ignore them for now. And we did find a little secret path here, but judging by these feetprint, we don't want to see what's at the top of that. We'll come back once we have a weapon and clear out some of this stuff. The other thing we did notice is that down there. After a quick exploration I found this path. Gives us this. This will become useful in a moment. We'll head in, get our character built. I'm going to skip this cinematic and just go through it. They just explain that you're going to be hollow and you're going to lose your souls a lot. But if it's Dark Souls, I wouldn't expect anything less. Just V will do for our name. And just for remembering her name, she's going to give us some pocket fluff. Thanks very much. Sure it is. So we'll skip the rest of this scene and we'll get to building our character. As always with the first playthrough, we'll choose the Knight. It has the most balanced dex and strength stat to begin with, and it has some faith. Our starting gift. The life ring's okay. We'll pick up rings fairly quickly. Human effigy, you can buy, grind. Healing wares. We'll be relying on our Estus flask a lot of the time. Life gems are just going to be a backup. Homeward Bone, we can buy them at NPCs. Seed of the Tree of the Giant, it's a PvP item. We'll be playing offline, so that's not appropriate here. The Bonfire Aesthetic, it's going to make the game more difficult. Every time you burn one at a bonfire, it makes the area an extra NG+. We'll ignore that for now and we'll take the Petrified Something. We can exchange this with an old tribute to Snuggy the Cow. It'll give us a high-end item early on in the game. Everything else here is just purely cosmetic. We'll go with all white eyes. Give him a beard just because we can. And we'll throw on a Viking tattoo. Fix our tattoo placement and then we'll get started. It doesn't always center right away. Just go to the end and move it in. Okay, it's going to be a pain, so we'll just ignore it for now. Roughly there. Try and move it back. There we go. See if it'll let us reposition now. Nope. Okay, it's not going to allow us to be on center, so we'll just take that off. Let's get going. Well, it's certainly not for your company. Throughout the starting area you'll find these. They're just tutorial stones. And that's our first torch. You press Y at the bonfire to light these. And throughout most of the game you'll find these. They change how difficult some of the mobs are. They change some of the NPCs' reactions. I don't know if there's a challenge late game for lighting so many, but for now we'll just light these ones, and once we find the main hub medulla we'll come back and clear some of these caves. One thing we will do is find the cave with the ladder leading up. That one. Make use of our gift. Only one guy here. Come on. As I said, you can light all of these bonfires, or scorns they're called now. It'll light up the area and make some of the NPCs a bit easier. And here's a tribute to Snugga the Cow from the first game. One of the new mechanics is you can leave items on the ground, and it'll allow you to interact with background objects like this. So we'll select it, leave, and our small silky stone will change into a divine blessing. Okay. And our petrified something. A titanite slab. Nice. If those are anything like previous titles, they're hard to come by. Oh, spotted an item there. Can we get to that? Yep, we can. And this says light scorns. I'm not going to run all the way back round just to light that one. We'll head through here and get to Majula. Nope. Can we get to that? Oh, there's one there too. Dark Souls does a great job of hiding items all over the place. Nope. Okay, so there's the torch. That'd be a jump ledge. Is there a way to fall onto it? Anything? What's this? I'm pretty sure we can make this. Cool. Nope. Some nice early gear. Binoculars so you can view the nothingness. We'll light this bonfire and we'll visit this NPC. One of the changes is you now need to visit her to level up. Something that caused me great despair the first time I tried this. I was trying to spend my souls and level up at the bonfire and couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. She gives us our first Estus flask. It only has one use. You level it up by finding shards. And something we found while exploring this area is over here by the well. You can interact with the background and gain your first shard. This will allow us to use the Estus flask twice before having to refill it. There's an item in here somewhere. There it's there. It's always advisable to explore all the dialogue the NPCs have to give. One of the things you'll find later on is at the end of some of the dialogues they'll have an item to give you, and if you don't talk to them enough you won't get it. You can't always kill most of the NPCs to gain the item from them, but then you will lose access to stores and upgrades and quest lines. So we'll select upgrade Estus Flask, give her the shard, and we now have 2 uses of our Estus Flask. Re-equip our life gems and eat our souls. Hopefully that should be enough to get a level up quickly. It is. So for the purposes of this, we will be going mainly strength. We will explore some faith, just because I enjoy pyromancy, but I understand it's not unlocked until late game. And we will be exploring the use of this new stat, aptitude. It increases your agility, animation speed, and your poise, something very important when blocking boss attacks. So for the start, we'll just go straight strength. Okay, we'll wrap up here guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next video. We'll explore some more of the town, go back, clear out that tutorial area, maybe kill one of the bosses. I've been V at VTO Gaming. Any likes, subscribes and comments help this series out. See you next time guys. Take care.